nobody. I never wrote a statement on one, and I never will. That's how I feel. I'm a true G. We don't do that. For real, this East Atlanta Zone City.
They're having crisis management teams trying to figure out, yo, they're fighting for their lives right now, man. Yo, who's a snitch, who's not a snitch? It's a snitch off. This is great.
Atlanta's in chaos right now. The snitching scandal's so bad, people are calling it RATLANTA. This is a wild shift from the old days when Gucci Mane stood tall saying, "I'll die before I snitch." That's why folks still salute him as the real king of the city. But with YSL in the spotlight, that whole code feels tossed out the window. It all blew up in May 2022 when Young Thug got slammed with a massive RICO case alongside 27 YSL members. At first, Thug looked like the last man standing on street code, clowning anyone who even looked like a rat, especially Gunna. But the internet flipped when a 2-year-old police video suddenly resurfaced.
I said them niggas was damn near more brothers than Bird and Wayne.
Oh, Roscoe and Lil Wayne? Were more
This
than...
nigga used to brain Wayne.
The same Thug who called everyone else a snitch got hit with the same label. In that leaked video, he allegedly pointed at Pee Wee Roscoe, saying Roscoe was strapped for Lil Wayne, even hinting he was behind the infamous tour bus shooting. The second that clip dropped, social media went crazy, branding him Rat Thug. He denied it, claiming prosecutors never used the footage, so it didn't count as cooperation. But then, even worse, leaked jail calls surfaced where he's heard blaming Gunna for sparking the whole RICO mess. Thug blasted Gunna, saying he lied by admitting YSL was a gang and knew its members were committing crimes, even accusing Gunna of taking a man's life with those words. In another call, he questioned Lil Baby's ties to Quality Control's CEO Pierre P. Thomas, tossing wild accusations. Then came that viral moment. Promises I made, promises, anything you want to know in time, I'ma tell you, but don't tell the world. Fans, media, even Atlanta insiders drag Thug. Shockingly, Pee Wee Roscoe, the very guy Thug allegedly snitched on, jumped online defending him, saying a rat is only someone who cuts a deal with the feds.
A snitch is someone that comply with the government, just bargaining for their freedom when they have done something illegal. That's what you're supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we say the Wayne Carter week.
People weren't buying Roscoe's defense. Fans said he was brainwashed, or worse, pressured by Thug, making the whole thing look even messier. The irony was brutal. The guy who built his name as the ultimate anti-snitch now looked cornered by his own playbook. Online, people called it a career checkmate. And you can't talk RATLANTA without mentioning Gunna, the poster boy of the snitching debate. When he walked free in December 2022, he took an Alford plea, not admitting guilt, but basically saying the state had enough to convict. That deal got him 5 years, with 1 already served and the rest suspended. But the leaked courtroom video hit harder than the sentence. Under oath, Gunna admitted YSL was both a label and a gang, said members committed crimes, and even admitted being with Thug when guns and drugs were found, though he denied ownership. He even regretted how his music boosted YSL's gang image.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
My talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Once Gunna's courtroom clip leaked, the snitching debate exploded. Rappers like 6ix9ine, Freddie Gibbs, Lil Durk, 21 Savage, and Lil Baby all clowned him as a rat. Gunna's team pushed back hard, saying he never did interviews, never made statements outside the plea, never agreed to testify, and wouldn't touch the trial. His lawyer even swore his words couldn't be used against anyone else. Gunna himself claimed he joined YSL in 2016, seeing it as a creative crew, not a gang. But the mess didn't stop there. Enter Rollo, longtime Thug affiliate turned target. He got busted in 2018 with nearly $1 million in weed on his private jet, pled guilty in 2023, and walked with probation. His rat status haunted him, though he insisted he only lied to the feds to trick them, never jailed anyone. By mid-2025, Rollo flipped the script, blasting Thug for creating division, even accusing him of telling Lil Baby to cut ties by spreading fake snitch rumors. That sparked another wild back and forth. Thug clapped back, calling Rollo the real rat, saying he snitched on people who actually landed in jail and even offered to testify against both him and YFN Lucci just to save himself. Then there's Unfunk, Thug's own older brother. In December 2022, he took a plea almost identical to Gunna's, guilty to RICO and theft by receiving stolen property. He got 12 years, with 2 counted as time served and the other 10 on probation. The internet instantly flamed him, accusing him of betraying his own blood. Unfunk wasn't having it. He fired back online. Damn, people really think I told on my own brother. SMH. Show me in the paperwork I told on anybody. LOL. I'm not even finna entertain it. Peace and blessings. But Reddit and blogs didn't buy it. Some said his plea looked just like Gunna's, maybe worse since he's literally family. And then comes Lil Woody, one of the most controversial figures in the whole YSL saga.
He's still stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you're rich, why would you be stupid? That's why I get away from him. I get away from him. That's why you never see me post. I don't know, I mean, I just hate being around.
His name started buzzing after an October 2021 traffic stop where he got caught holding a loaded magazine. The chaos really exploded with a leaked interrogation video of Lil Woody. In the footage, he looked way too comfortable spilling details, talking murder plots, warning cops Thug was reckless, and basically handing them the YSL playbook. Woody even admitted he and Trevante Threat Turner shot up rich homie Quan's dad's barbershop just to send a message that YSL wasn't to be messed with. The clip went viral, branding Woody the face of snitching.
What you are, buddy? You official on the Woody and Charles White team. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm okay with being a snitch. But you is a snitch too.
But he doubled down, calling Thug himself a rat, saying he joined the rat community too. Then things spread to Lil Baby. He wasn't even charged in the case, yet by 2024, rumors claimed he cooperated in another situation. Rappers called him out, blogs posted evidence, and his bond with Gunna started looking shaky. One leaked jail call had Thug hinting Gunna threw shots at Lil Baby on his 2023 track Bread and Butter. Thug even tweeted a cryptic line to Baby, "What's understood ain't got to ever be explained. I'm with Chaw forever." Some took it as loyalty, others saw hidden tension. By December 2024, Baby made his stance clear on a podcast.
What's the relationship with you and Gunna right now?
I don't got no relationship.
He's not rocking with snitches, period. He said he'll never work with rappers who cooperate, and those morals ain't never leaving. Then there's Yak Gotti, indicted for multiple charges, including the 2015 Donovan Thomas murder. His name got dragged too. In leaked audio, Thug allegedly called him a rat, saying Yak had been tricking him for years. Even YSL Duke accused Yak of snitching. The internet piled on, but Yak's lawyer fought back, saying the viral interrogation video had nothing to do with the YSL RICO case and that Yak never snitched on Thug. Still, even the lawyer admitted Thug cut ties after learning Yak had told in the past. The twist, unlike most co-defendants, Yak refused a deal and went to trial in December 2024 and walked out not guilty on all counts. A massive win, but the rat stain stuck thanks to leaked clips and peers pointing fingers.
A 2-hour interrogation, and you mad at Yak Gotti. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape, and everybody mad at Gunna.
Zoom out, and Atlanta's rap scene looks trapped in endless snitch accusations. Jail calls, leaks, denials, and finger pointing. Every week someone new gets branded a rat, then jumps online swearing they're solid. That old Atlanta unity? Gone. The code Gucci Mane once stood on, "I'll die before I snitch," feels dead and buried.
I always snitch on to save nobody's life, not even my own. I die if I snitch on them. That's on my mom.
And speaking of Gucci, he's one of the most respected yet complicated figures in hip-hop. Through cases, jail time, and reinventions, he's always carried himself like someone who truly lived by that silence and loyalty code the streets worship. Gucci has always protected his rep. Born in Birmingham but raised in East Atlanta from age 9, he grew up mostly with his grandmother, the roots of the man he'd become. His father, Ralph Dudley, was a hustler and a con man, and Gucci soaked up that street-smart mentality early. Even his name came from family. His grandfather picked up Gucci Mane while stationed in Italy, and it stuck.
My grandfather did go to Italy during World War II. He was stationed there, and he seen the Gucci clothes. You know, he came back, he called my dad Gucci Boy, and he called my uncle Gucci Mane.
Gucci's intro to hustling came fast. One Christmas, his mom gave him $50. Instead of toys, he flipped it into crack. By 2001, he was already catching charges, busted selling to an undercover cop. With probation hanging over him and college out the window, rap became his only escape. The breakthrough came in 2005 with So Icy, his collab with rising Atlanta star Young Jeezy. The track blew up, but instead of unity, it sparked one of hip-hop's longest beefs. They clashed over who owned the record, and Jeezy made it ugly with Stay Strapped, basically putting a bounty on Gucci's chain and his life. "I got a bounty on that 10 stacks." Snatch that chain, I'll pay you so I can cremate it. Not long after, May 2005 turned deadly. Gucci was ambushed in Decatur by men tied to rival crews. In the middle of the scuffle, Gucci pulled a gun and fired. One of the attackers, Henry Pookie Lock Clark II, was killed. His body found later. Gucci turned himself in immediately, telling cops it was self-defense. By January 2006, prosecutors dropped the murder charge for lack of evidence. Gucci walked free, and that moment became part of his legend. Instead of running from it, he leaned in, making Pookie's death a recurring theme in his music and his beef with Jeezy.
Put that in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Load tonight.
At their 2020 Versus battle, he even taunted, "Go dig your partner up, bet he can't say sorry." And by 2024, he was still referencing it, rapping, "DA dropped my murder, didn't have evidence to prove it. I think my house is haunted." Yeah? By who? The ghost of Pookie. But Gucci's story is just as tied to his long rap sheet. He's been arrested around 9 times, serving over 4 years locked up. Back in July 2005, he caught a charge for allegedly beating a promoter with a pool cue at Big Cat Records. He pled no contest, got 6 months behind bars, 6.5 years probation, plus $3,000 restitution. Ironically, while locked up for that, he learned the Pookie case was dismissed. The run-ins didn't stop. In 2011, he did 6 months for shoving a woman out of a moving car after she turned down his advances. She later won a $58,000 settlement.
He visited a young lady, went over to her place. She was there, he was there. At one point, she opened up a door. 5 guys come running in. Another guy had a weapon, hit one of the other guys with a weapon. It became a situation where he defended himself.
Between 2008 and 2010, he barely completed probation service, finishing only 25 of 600 required hours.
He was handcuffed and taken to jail as after a judge revoked part of Radrick Davis's probation. Prosecutors complained that the rapper had only completed 25 hours of these 600 hours of community service.
Slip-ups kept him bouncing in and out of jail, stacking stints behind bars. In November 2010, Gucci got into another wild mess. A reckless driving stop ended with him punching a man. His lawyer filed a plea of mental incompetence, and by January 2011, he was sent for psychiatric evaluation. Days after his release, Gucci made headlines again by getting his infamous ice cream cone face tattoo, one of rap's most iconic tats ever. But his legal drama kept rolling. In March 2013, he was arrested for allegedly smashing a fan with a champagne bottle at a club. That brought a $75,000 bail, then a rearrest for violating parole. By September, things spiraled when Gucci was hit with back-to-back arrests in days, acting erratic, threatening cops, even his own lawyer, while caught with loaded firearms. That triggered serious federal charges. Possession of a firearm as a convicted felon, with stakes of 20 years and $500,000 in fine. By May 2014, Gucci copped a plea, admitted guilt, and got 39 months in federal prison. For most rappers, that would have been the end. But Gucci flipped it. He served his time, stayed out of trouble, and walked out early on May 26, 2016. And here's the key. Through all of it, the charges, the stints, even violent prison fights, Gucci never cooperated with law enforcement. He said it again and again. He has never and will never snitch. Even when Gucci was attacked in prison and could have named names, he stayed silent. Even when the feds hit him with firearm charges that could have locked him for decades, he never cut a deal. He took his time and kept it moving. That unshakable loyalty to the code is why Gucci became the blueprint for what a real street rapper is supposed to be. The contrast today couldn't be sharper. Atlanta's getting clowned as RATLANTA with leaked calls, plea deals, and finger-pointing, while Gucci's name stays untouchable. And his story didn't stop with silence. He reinvented himself. Behind bars, he dropped over 100 pounds, changed his diet, came home unrecognizable, even sparking clone rumors. Gucci laughed it off, crediting discipline, health, and the love of his wife, Keisha Kaoe. Now he's more than a rap vet. He's a man of growth, maturity, and legacy. From chaos to mentor status, Gucci showed the game how to survive and evolve. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment. And I'll see you on the next one.